Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Frost and Fire. So last episode we ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger with an infestation because, well, Gabe dug too deep trying to get that uranium. And then the mech cluster that's sitting right outside of her kill box, which is a psychic droner pissing off all of the men in the colony. Well, let's fix this. So first things first, I am going to get my guys ready to deal with this infestation. Likely this mini turret. You know what? Let me see if I can't salvage the. No, this isn't worth it. All right, Raptor, Hippie, you guys are gonna wake up. What temperature? It is very, very, very cold. So I'm gonna have everybody rally where they can warm up. JD is switching guns. And Gabe is going for cover. I wanted to try to, uninstall the deep drill, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that in time. All right, Gabe, go for cover. JD now has the correct weapon, and we are all going to rally down here. Now, I do have a steel turret down here that might be able to help me, so we can always power that on to attract attention, because these guys are just going to bash everything. Indiscriminately, because that's what they do. All right, let's travel up the path here and see if we can't hunt some bugs. All right, right at the exit of the cave, I'm going to have Bash and Phoenix at the ready to murder all that we can. It seems like I've saved everything but a light, which is pretty good. Now they're going after some more lamps. Luckily, it's pretty cheap. And then Bash and Phoenix are just smushing everything that makes it to the end of the cave here. As you can see, they're only bruised. 3 lights? That's not bad. All right, so let's not uninstall this. And we, of course, now have more food for our pets. Now, if we go to the enemies tab under numbers, I can see that there are 2 Spellopedes that are knocked out but not killed. So we're just going to continue until they're dead. Come on. A little bit more. There we go. All right, now everybody can take a bit of a break. Going inside because they were starting to get pretty hypothermic. All right, so other changes I want to make. The unrestricted animal hauling should not include this deadfall trap tunnel. So I'm going to take that off. That was a tip from Sean. So thank you, Sean, for thinking about the pets. Let's go ahead and have Gabe is going to move one of these heaters adjacent to the deep drill so that I have some light. Actually, I really don't even need, well, I'll put the light bulb back, but I don't really need the light bulb. I just need to, the heater light. But the light bulb helps to reduce the chance of infestations in that spot. Okay, Gabe's already, Phoenix is already basically fully healed, as you can see. Done. And then Bash will not be too long, I don't think. All right. Then, of course, the other existential threat. Oh, we have some skin spiders that might be looking to fight me as well. Oh, good. When it rains, it pours. All right, JD is replacing some of the light bulbs that perished. That blown up. Rhadamant. One of the YouTube comments I received about Rhadamant was the fact that she is engaged, or, attended a wedding and is in a relationship, I should say, is really going to make her very, very happy. As you can see, she is over the moon, which makes keeping her happy, well, pretty easy. Okay, just making sure to repair these turrets. I really liked how this turret was able to draw the infestation away from the other. So I might actually line up this turret along the door. Because it was pretty helpful like that. Okay, there we go. Now we have our mining facilities all set back up. Great. Now we have to just deal with this droner. This droner is obviously affecting men in the colony disproportionately. I was gonna have JD do the honors, and but not if he's high. Okay, never mind. We'll wait on that. Raptor, you can do it. JD, switch back to your charge lance then. All right, I'm gonna wait a minute until it's daylight out. But we do have 8 days for this countdown timer, so it's no rush. I'm starting to think that Phoenix should be locked inside because they're getting pretty cold. So now that there's no more corpses, I am going to restrict the pets from going in here. This is just going to be storage for dead insects, and I don't want them eating raw or anything like that. So change their hauling. The restricted animal hauling doesn't need to go in there either. Restricted animal hauling can go here though and eat the nutrient paste meals. So now I believe, yes, I believe that all of my restricted hauling, they will just be eating the nutrient paste, I hope. All right, cache valuables expired, that's fine. And then, as far as the butcher table goes, we have got a lot more meat. So what I'm going to do here is, this is the any corpse. So this is the, I'm going to set up a new butcher creature, which is going to be mega scarabs. I'm going to start with these smallest critters and work my way up. All right, come daybreak, we will hit up the giant cluster. Oh, a raid of reapers. Hey, this is gonna be so good. So this is a scary big raid, if I do say so myself. There is 4 of them up here. We have Magic Hippie and 3 others. We've got Phoenix Fire and Pinpoint. There's 8 of them there, so that's 12 plus, oh boy, 24 reapers. Yeah, they're not messing around. Black Darner, Maverick, Crash M. I think they're preparing a while. Okay, so Raptor, you actually might not be the best man for the job to shoot to trigger. JD's still stoned on Smoke Leaf. Gabe, I'm gonna have you do it because my worry was insulation, that he would become hypothermic on his travel. So without any delay, I want to trigger this Mech cluster so that it can start messing with the Reapers that are at my gate. Last time I checked, some of these turrets need to be rearmed, but not seriously. So, oh, Hippie, you need to get warm. So what I'm gonna do is, oh, really? For real? Oh, come on now. All right, Gabe. What do you have a line of sight on? I actually don't want to trigger the unstable power cells now because I don't want the Mech cluster blown up. I actually want it to stay intact because it will help against the Reapers. All right, so now everybody is going to stay close. Or Trunk is still staying inside. I don't want anyone going out there and getting, you know, in harm's way or whatever. All right, so we've got Scythers versus Reapers. There's a bunch of Inferno turrets, and then all of these turrets appear going to aid me as well. Now, there are still 12 skeletons up north. Oh, yes. Kill one another. This is what I live for. Oh, this is great. All right, Hippie, you're okay. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the slaughter. Looks like we're doing a little bit of the carpet harvest. Being honest, how many of you are going to be bothered by the offset throne? Oh boy. I honestly don't think I'm going to be fixing this. Just to let you know. So let's watch the action here. We've got 2 Scythers, a Pikeman, a whole bunch of Inferno turrets, and then a auto charge turret, which doesn't really have good line of sight on anything. The Reapers are doing a pretty wonderful job, I gotta say. I'm also sort of curious about the unstable power cells. Speaking of which, home zones. We had not added the power cells to the home zones. And then I guess we don't have our border fence for the monument added to home zone either. Nor do we have the monument itself. I will be fixing that soon. Or right now, actually. And then I'll get back to the action. I just don't want this to lapse my mind. So this is a huge monument, but it doesn't have any flooring. It's basically just walls. So it might not be too terrible. Oh, good. Yes. Set one another on fire. So I do believe the Reapers are going to soundly win this fight. Woo! Yeah, they're definitely going to win. So that means I'm going to have everyone stay inside actually right now and warm up, because I'm going to have a situation where we are going to have a fight on our hands, and well, I want everybody to not be hypothermic. All right, so as far as animals go, restricted hauling is fine. Wow, surprisingly, these Scythers and Centipede have held out. But we are starting to get Reapers coming into the kill box, which is fine. I'm going to cycle on the autocannon turrets and get ready with my shooters. I don't know if I'm going to employ brawlers in this fight. I don't think I'm going to need them. So as far as range goes, most of their weapons are like limited range weapons. So that's good for me. And somehow or another, these Reapers managed to very effectively take out everything but the power cells. So that's also super awesome. Okay, so here they come. Let's get to the walls. Gabe here, JD here, Hippie, and Raptor. Oh, don't use my turrets as cover. Oh, man. Here, let me try to draw the Reapers to the north and south edges. Okay, so all that's left over here is dead mechs and the droner. Of course, the Reapers don't see the droner as a a valid threat or whatever. If I want to, yeah, we'll deal with that in a minute. Gonna focus obviously on the fight. Now, another tip I got in YouTube, and sorry I'm not accrediting you, I wasn't sure I was gonna announce this one, but is it would be a wise idea to have some heaters in here and close these doors so that I can keep my shooters warmer. That's a very, very, very good idea. And I'll be working towards that because Hippie and Raptor are gonna have to make a quick exit now. They're getting too cold. So that would help me. The heaters would help me obviously in the winter, and then we're gonna want coolers as well. We're gonna want coolers like here or something, just so that it's temperate and we can defend ourselves. All right, we're gonna try to minimize loss of turret. I see you, Clinker. Oh, good shot. All right, so we do have some longer ranged guys. They have ranger bows, and they're able to take pot shots on these turrets from a distance. So I'm gonna have them, I'm gonna turn off my forward turrets to just draw them a little bit closer. Because now there's no valid targets. And as soon as they pass this line, they're sluggable, and this line, they're auto-turretable. Okay, cycle these back on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's a lot of steel that I just used, but, okay. Good, good, good. All right, next up, schedule. There's really nothing to avoid now. So, let's see. Stay close, stay close, stay close, stay inside. And then the other guys, bash. One thing I want to do is try to keep these power cells safe. I'm not exactly sure how much the droner is going to explode. So I'm going to have Bash come out here and JD come out here and try to limit the explosions, because if I could get 5 more unstable power cells, oh my god, it's a volcanic winter in the middle of winter. Oh, okay. Chilly, chilly times ahead. Yeah, so if I could keep the unstable power cells safe, that would be a phenomenal boon of power. And to build, let's see, to build those. Colonists use treatment. Rotranca. Oh, yeah, blood rot. Yep, yep, yep. I'm also going to have JD, your shredding mechanoid. I want him to come up here and grab the components, because there's a ton of components. And also plasteel, but components decay. Plasteel doesn't. And Bash is coming out to finish up this wall. And then I'm just going to have him, well, bash. So now that there's some sort of coverage for the droner, so that the unstable power cells can't chain, I'm also going to destroy it from the other end, so I'm outside of the immediate radius of the kablamos. I really don't want it blowing up on me. Okay, let's turn off my turrets. JD is in a bit of a mood. I don't blame him. There's components that he didn't even pick up. But soon that mood will be remedied, I think. Please don't have a mental break. Please don't have a mental break. Please don't have a mental break. We're almost there. All right, it didn't chain. That's great. All of these unstable power cells can now be claimed. That is a lot of power. That is a lot of power. And then everything else here can be broken down and destroyed. Dismantled, rather. And that will help with the mood, because obviously we defeated a mech cluster, and the act of defeating mech clusters makes you happy. So we're going to go from unhappy to happy in a pretty quick swing. It is, you know, I think actually the non-insulated ones are going to be forced to stay inside now. Maverick, I'm going to have you on unrestricted animal hauling, but we're going to have to keep a close eye on you because it is the volcanic winter, and the fact that we're in the middle of the winter, it is going to be so very cold. Okay. Getting those unstable power cells. Let's, I guess, continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The odd little backbone thing here going on. I don't know. But yeah, we'll set those back up. All right, well that's, I don't know. That's, that went smoothish. The volcanic winter is really going to be hurting, I think. All right, let's allow all. There was a lot of Reaper corpses to sort of remove, and we're allowed to haul them. We have Maverick and everybody else allowed to haul them here where we can shred them. So actually my stand side zone is going to be a little weird, where I'm going to allow my stand-siders to come out here to grab corpses from this slag and skeleton zone so that they can contribute. I'm also thinking stand-side will allow them, even though it's very cold in here, we'll allow them to come into storage because they shouldn't become so critically hypothermic briefly passing through storage, I don't think. And it also gives them access to the smoke leaf in case they need to, you know, correct their moods. Oh boy, JD. Why? Even JD is getting hypothermic out here. Gotta be very cautious of that. Because it is -120 Celsius. That is ridiculously cold. I don't think I need to inform you of that, but it is ridiculously cold. All right, for the power from here, I'm going to reroute a little bit as well. All right, Phoenix. Angelia, oh God, rescue you. She can't even be, I'm glad I noticed that. She can't even be in the stockpile because of her brain injuries. Hypothermia makes her... Can you even get to the meals then? No. So here's what I'm going to do. Temporarily, I'm going to put the nutrient paste. Let's fire up like all of the heaters that I have. I'm going to put the nutrient paste meals on this shelf and hope they don't spoil before they eat them. They're not going to eat those in time. 18 hours? I don't know. We'll see. There is some alternatives that I could do. I could just move this shelf here. And then the pets inside zone will be allowed to go there. That spot. Let's do that. That's a good sort of agreeable middle ground. Okay. Now the crabs have access to some food. Maverick, how are you doing? You aren't... Well, you're not dead yet, so that's, I guess, good news. Gabe has his little warm spot where he's mining up uranium for us. It also might be a wise idea for me to think about getting more steel. It's going to be really, really challenging, in my opinion, to manage to acquire a steel zone. Maybe I can do this here. So let's flick this off. I don't like the idea of having to deep drill for steel. Primarily because mining it in its nodes is so much faster. But oh, pulse charge munitions just got wrapped up. Nice. Okay, so for hospital beds, I need sterile materials. Yeah, I think it's about time that we actually get hospitals. Okay, having idle people is fine. I'm okay with this. So you guys can eat those meals, right? Yep. And cauterize, unrestricted animals should be allowed to go up there as well. And then unrestricted animals should be able to go there as well. We'll continue to fill in the infestation risk area down there. And then up here, I'm going to run power so that we can have a sort of deep drill for steel. And just keeping an eye on everybody's health because it is -112. It's actually not peak cold now. It's still very cold though. Okay, there. Angelia has managed to eat the NPM. That's great. And it obviously occurs to me that this is all underground mountain. I'm well aware of that. You don't have to point that out. I know I'm digging into infestation risk territory, but I wanted to anyway. Okay. So between shredding mechanoids and ripping up the Reapers, all like 24 or whatever of them there are, we are getting a fair amount of steel. And then this slag will help contribute to the steel too. Gabe is getting hypothermic, so I'm going to send him inside before he gets too hypothermic that he can't move. Yeah, go view art. I don't know, whatever. All right, JD is still shredding the mechs. And there's a lot of mess out here to clean up for sure. And there's all the unstable power cells too, which I have not forgotten about. All right, so in an effort to heat up the kill box so that no one loses fingers or toes while we use it, let's go ahead and close these doors, and then we'll eventually get lights and heaters in here. The heaters I can add in now. And I would say we're going to want... oh, there is dead power right next to it. Perfect. Because we're going to want dead power because we're not going to want the heaters on at all time. Light, 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 light. Great. All right, now in here, we'll have door, and then... And the reason why I need steel is... Now, let me move the door a little bit. Because we've done a lot of turret usage, and we're going to need to rearm. And I just need... I need an easier access source of steel that doesn't have me freezing my butt off. I don't want to have to constantly worry about Gabe, because he's like freezing to death while trying to mine. All right, so the smelt slag zone is still a thing. Bash is trying to remove all the dead Reaper corpses out of our kill box, which is great. And all in all, the mix of Reapers blowing up and fighting the Mech clusters, just fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. Could not have asked for an easier way to deal with them. So one of the things I'm going to want to do is to, when my guys, my constructors wake up, is to have them purposefully, or... you know, have them repair the uranium slug turrets and maybe do some rearming too, because the turrets, a lot of them are really low on ammo. Okay, so we still have a few NPMs left. And then once we run out of NPMs, we'll go back to the pemmican with kibble and rice. And that will help clear out all the insect corpses. All right, quest expires. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get the quest right now. The quest for his ascension ceremony or whatever. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to fine floor everything in time. I do have, what, 131 cloth left, so let's put that to good use. We'll have enough for 3 tiles, I guess. We'll just symmetrically just do 2. In case I need to make medicine or something, I don't know. Alright, JD, turn back. You are too cold. Keep an eye on you. Yep, you're starting to lose toes. Your toes are freezing. Okay, well, he'll warm up in there and rest. Let's have him rest until healed. Raptor, get on that. Oh, more eggs. Fantastic. So our slag haulers and our slag smelters are getting all the slag that was out of this tunnel done. And then once that's done, I will have Gabe purposefully remove the setup down here and move it to the new area. I just want the slag out first. Well, everybody seems to be in really, really good high spirits, which is great. We only have maybe 1 more corpse left in the kill box. Some flake. I don't. And a shuttle ride for Rartranka. All right, Raptor, you're going to be a little sad. I am setting your beloved away, but she was in a really, really, really good mood, so this should help. So we get the Glitter World medicine for helping her, and my goodwill with the Rebel Farmers went up by 16 because she was 89% happy the entire time. Or at least the last few days, which is what matters. Well, that's awesome. All right, Gabe, you are going to grab the Glitter World medicine, and JD, you are going to grab the flake. The flake is something I could sell, so I'm going to grab that. I'm going to set up another turret here to discourage sapping in this area. Actually, you know what? Should be here. Perfect. That has better coverage. So let's run this power up and dead power. I don't intend for them to work on this immediately or whatever. They'll get to it when they get to it. Well, Raptor, you're gonna be a little sad that Rartranka's no longer around to, well, full stop, no longer around. But there's not much I can do about that. All right, so Bash is still butchering these corpses over here. Phoenix and Hippie are still locked inside. I think it's honestly just too cold out to have them out and about. They're just a massive, hypothermia risk. And sterile materials is now researched. So next up, we're going to get hospital beds. So massively long overdue. It's almost laughable how long that took me. So Bash, instead of what you're currently working on, let's get you constructing, and we'll set you as a constructor now. I'm not too worried about the rest of the Reaper corpses. I'd rather have him helping to build. Because there's a lot of build projects I have queued up. Alright, and there's a few other doors that I need to close. Hippie with an inspired recruit, which is great, because there's no one to recruit ever. JD's working on the border wall to protect the stupid structure that I was ordered to build. And Gabe is hypothermic and tired, so I'm going to let him rest. and let Bash rest too. Yeah, it's just starting to get hypothermic now. So we'll go to sleep. All right, let's... Oh, we still have not filled that in. I will try to put Phoenix and Hippie on a stay close zone, but I honestly don't foresee that they will be able to keep themselves. As soon as I basically get confirmation bias that no, they really should be inside, it is too cold, I will change their priorities. Because I do think it is too cold. Yeah. Perfect example. He's already... Okay, never mind. Boom, boom, boom. I don't really need to do them harm. Having a few extra guys that are idle is not going to kill me. And we have an outpost clear. It's guarded by 8 skeletons. And it's controlled by Reapers, of course. There's turrets there as well. Kirill is not someone I particularly... Whoa, he's 71. Okay, so he's 71. He's going to have health problems pretty soon. The Neuroformer is really what I have my eye on, and that would be for Hippie. Getting her up to Neuroforming level 2. So it is very, very possible that I'll do that quest, but I'll probably accept it right near the expiration time when it's not so ridiculously cold. Because if I accepted it right now, you know, I wouldn't really be able to travel anywhere right now because it's just too chilly. All right. And we do have the border walls built here. So this giant monument is sort of protected. Now, if I let the monument get damaged, I just lose a little reputation. If we take a look, I lose a little reputation with the United Cities, which I can always repair with gifts and the like. So I'm going to not worry too much about trying to keep that perfectly protected, as there's not much of a penalty if I let it lapse. Looks like we have the housings for the unstable power cells. So now I just need to install them. And that's a lot of free power. I remember when the only free power that existed was vanometric power cells, and they were really rare and obviously sought after as a result. But now with the unstable power cells being a dime a dozen in mech clusters, it really, the meta really has changed quite a bit. All right, Gabe, what are you working on? You are still hauling slag. I think what I'm going to do is suspend, or actually just turn off the smelter for now. And I'm going to turn off the... No, we do have some high explosive cells yet to be made, so let me switch these around. And from foul meat, we'll do 2 more runs of chem fuel. It wouldn't be a terrible idea to actually fill up my my pod launchers with chem fuel. So you know what I might do is actually do until we have. So let's do until we have 100 chem fuel spare, and that means that we'll be able to like convert a lot of these bugs, because we have more insects than we need, and we'll just convert them over to chem fuel. Oh boy, Bash is hypothermic. Yeah, it is -124. I haven't really kept my eye on the thermometers up here, but I think we're pushing like some records now. I think it's pretty safe to say we're experiencing some cold temperatures due to the volcanic winter that we have never before. I'm really glad for the unstable power cells though, because the volcanic winter means that our solar power panels will produce, obviously it's nighttime right now, but even when it's daytime, they produce less light, or produce less power because there is less light. So all these additional unstable power cells help to supplement the lost power as a result of the, you know, the volcanic winter. So kind of nice. Kind of nice. Maverick is fully healed. Whoa, did you have hypothermia or something? He must have had a frostbite. That's how cold it is that even a woolly gorilla is getting frostbite. Now, I did have a question that I got from you guys, which was essentially, would it make sense to have a breeding pair of gorillas? Yes. That was another YouTube comment that I saw, but I would only do that if I had, I would only consider doing that if I had a lot of food excess, aka another farm. I'm not going to invest in another gorilla without another farm because I think it would be too expensive. I'm a little worried about the amount of food that if I had gorillas and gorillo puppies, because one of the other issues is, of course, these crabs, like, I'm feeding them. Oh, speaking of feeding them, I'm not feeding them. Okay, let's continue the pemmican now. Unsuspend the pemmican. And how much raw meat do I have? I have got, let's call that 900. So we'll do butcher until 1,500. All right. So we have all the necessities to produce light and power in the kill box to heat it up on demand. Currently, I'm not going to heat it. I don't want to use up the power. Okay, JD is bringing in another... Let's put a light in here, too. Bringing in another heater. Another thing to consider is... let's put dead power here, is that this tunnel... I'm actually going to get rid of that door. This tunnel is now a threat to sappers because it gives a way for sappers to get closer to me quicker. So I'm going to add a turret in here to dissuade sappers and actually get rid of the steel door, even though it's helping to insulate me a lot. But if we get rid of that door, I will roof this off. I think that will be good in the long run. We've got some cargo pods of, ooh, Nutrimine. Good old Newt. Well, my guys have not gone and made any progress about building the monument here. They've done anything but. I've been giving them a lot of other work, so I guess that's fair. It's kind of my fault that I've just been backing them up. So I'm gonna switch around the butcher creatures queue, and then I'm gonna say stay inside will allow my guys access to the insect stockpile as well, and that way Raptor can start making kibble for our ever here's a good example of needing the heaters. So Bash got hypothermia, and he is pretty far from definitive heat. Oh boy. And right at the buzzer for yet another cliffhanger, we have a Sapper raid coming down on me. All right. I've been investing a lot in Sapper defenses, so we'll see how this all works. Maverick's got to get home ASAP. It would be good if I had this turret built ASAP. Bash should get inside and get warm. And I will start to, I'll start to heat up the kill box in case the sappers come this way. I don't think they will, but it will help to have it warm in case they do. And that's where I'm going to end off. I know, it's painful. It's not my fault. The storyteller just likes giving me stuff at the 45-minute mark. So, blame Randy. Don't blame me. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so very much for watching. I'll catch you all next episode. Farewell.